There's a unique charm in those solo adventure games of the past that newer titles simply can't replicate. These classics have stood the test of time, offering unforgettable stories, immersive worlds, and gameplay that still captivates us years later. If you're eager to relive those nostalgic moments, let me introduce you to the 10 legendary single-player games you should revisit in 2024. Rise of the Tomb Raider takes us on another adventure with Lara Croft, this time deep in Siberia chasing the divine source, a mysterious artifact her father was obsessed with. This sequel took everything we loved about Tomb Raider and dialed it up. The puzzles are more complex, the environments are downright brutal, and the stakes higher than ever. What I love the most about this title is the game mechanics. You really feel like you are surviving out there, making weapons from scraps, and every skill you learn feels earned. Coming back to this game in 2024, you just cannot not appreciate how it set new benchmarks for storytelling and gameplay in the action-adventure genre. Seriously, just give it a try. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. In this game, you step into the shoes of Edward Kenway, who is a charismatic pirate caught in the classic Assassin-Templar conflict. The plot takes place in the lush, perilous world of the Caribbean during the golden age of piracy. This is such a cool setting. As Kenway, you are the captain of the Jackdaw. The naval combat is iconic in this game. It is exceptionally realized, super intense, strategic, and demands that you master the winds and your arsenal to survive the Caribbean's hostile waters. Of course, that's not all. There are endless activities like exploring shipwrecks, going into mysterious smuggler caves, taking over enemy forts, so don't you worry about getting bored. You will find this game just as thrilling in 2024 as it was at launch back in 2013.
You robbed the wrong man, mate. A fellow with dangerous friends.
Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. This timeless game transports you into a mystical world where you play as a prince armed with acrobatic skills and a magical dagger that can reverse time. Throughout the game, you navigate treacherous palaces and dungeons. You fight with enemies and solve puzzles to save a kingdom from a dark fate. The game's standout feature is its time manipulation mechanic, which is integral to both the gameplay and the storytelling. Although the graphics may seem a bit dated by 2024 standards, it remains a remarkable game due to its fluid animations and challenging platforming sequences. Prototype is a 2009 open-world action game that throws you into the chaos of New York City as Alex Mercer. This Alex Mercer is a man with no memory but extraordinary shape-shifting powers. Your task is to stop an outbreak of a virus called Blacklight in the city, all while fighting both military and monstrous forces. And let me tell you, the gameplay is intensely satisfying. You can leap across skyscrapers, morph your body into deadly weapons, and consume enemies to assume their identities. It is the freedom to wreak havoc in creative ways that still captivates me. Even years after its release, Prototype is one of my favorite games.
Time to end this.
This game is the one that never gets old. The game of our childhoods, Need for Speed, Most Wanted. We have two versions of this game, one that came out in 2005 and one that was released in 2012. Both editions have the same thrilling objective to become the city's top driver. You will be driving high-speed cars through busy city streets, trying to outrun the police who are always behind you. In the 2012 version, you race in the fictional city of Fairhaven. To challenge the top racers, you need to earn experience points, which are gained by completing racing events, achieving driving milestones, and having run-ins with the police. My favorite part is that if you defeat a racer from the top 10 most wanted list, you get to take their car, which is among the best in the game. It is such a thrilling game, and the racetracks are sure to impress. Try them out and see why this game remains a favorite. Sleeping Dogs is like GTA, but a little bit different. You get to roam the streets of Hong Kong as undercover cop Wei Shen, where your job is to take down the triads from the inside. What sets this game apart is the combat. Forget about just pulling triggers. Here, you get to pull off combos in Bruce Lee style. Plus, there are some unique elements like martial arts tournaments and karaoke bars in this game, which really keep you engaged. You have definitely heard of Max Payne, and let me tell you, it is worth your time. This game was released back in 2001. Since then, it has had its share of hype, and it totally delivers. Max Payne is a third-person shooter where you step into the shoes of Max, who is an undercover DEA agent with a seriously dark backstory. And when I say dark, I mean dark enough to make your stomach churn. From the very beginning, you will get heavily invested. Max goes into the mafia underworld he has been spying on and hunts down those responsible for his loss. It's like being in a John Woo movie. This game is a non-stop adrenaline rush. Max Payne keeps you hooked, making every second count as you blast your way through vengeance. Red Dead Redemption, the 2010 release, still holds a special place in my heart, even with the new version out there. In this open-world game, you live the life of John Marston, who is a former outlaw forced to hunt down his old gang to save his family. What makes this game truly stand out is its amazing storytelling combined with expansive freedom. You can explore incredible landscapes from dusty plains to rugged mountains, all while experiencing intense shootouts. I'm always amazed by the attention to detail in every town and wilderness area. It makes exploring so much better. I find it as fun to play today as it was back then. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt drops you into the rugged world of Geralt of Rivia, who is a professional monster hunter on a mission to find his adopted daughter, Ciri. She is on the run from the eerie wild hunt, and the story pulls you deep into a mix of magic, mystery, and medieval politics. I have sunk over 100 hours into this game, and it still keeps me hooked. There is always another creature to track down or a mystery to unravel. Now, if you haven't read the Witcher books, all this talk about Ciri might seem a bit boring at first. Why all the fuss about her? But stick with it, because as you wander off the main roads and start doing the side quests, that's where The Witcher 3 really hits its stride. All the characters, even those in the background, start to make sense, and the world just comes alive. It is epic, really. You play Just Cause 2 as Rico Rodriguez, the guy sent to track down his former mentor gone rogue on the tropical island of Panau. The story, it is there, but honestly, it is just an excuse to get you jumping out of planes and causing mayhem, which is totally fine by me. What concerns me the most is the game mechanics, and they are more than fine here. While it might look like your typical open world shooter, the real game changer is Rico's grappling hook. You can zip up buildings, swing around like you own the place, or even snatch bad guys right off their feet. And the arsenal is nuts. Guns, rocket launchers, you name it. Plus, there are about 100 different vehicles that let you roll, fly, or speed through Panau. The freedom to do whatever you want is the real cherry on top. There is an action-packed adventure at every corner of this game, and I always have a blast when I revisit this one. So make sure to give it a try.
You got lucky!
What other amazing single-player games do you love to play again and again? Share with me in the comments below. And before you go, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more gaming content. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!